Hello there, it's Joy Olson of Blockbuster Fundraising here with your daily tip on our countdown to 2016 fundraising success. Yesterday we talked about the 2016 Burk Donor Survey, and today we are going to go back to the Burk Donor Survey and look at some characteristics of donors, what they did last year, and what they're likely and predicted to do this year. That's got to be very interesting to you, right? For sure. Let's get going. 53% of the respondents of the Burk Donor Survey were female. 9% were under the age of 35. 49% were between 35 and 64. And 42% were 65 or older. Among all the characteristics, age is the most revealing when respondents' opinions, preferences, and philanthropic behavior were studied. That's why generational fundraising is such an important area for you to consider in your segmentation. The Burk Donor Survey points out that religious conviction is a strong motivator for giving to all types of charitable organizations. So this is an important consideration, and in this 2016 survey, young donors were the least likely to refer to themselves as actively religious, that was 31%, when compared with middle-aged donors aged 35 to 64, 39% of them consider themselves religious, and donors of 65 years or older, 43% consider themselves religious. So religious conviction is another area of donor characteristics that is extremely important. Let's take a look at how donors gave in 2015. 79% of the respondents supported the same number of causes in 2015 as they did in 2014. However, among those who gave to more or fewer causes, respondents were twice as likely to have increased the number of charities they support than decrease. So the long-term trend continues to move towards giving, though to fewer causes, however, with the survey's oldest donors supporting on average 14 charities. 14 charities last year versus only 9 charities for middle-aged donors. You certainly have a lot of competition for philanthropic support. 40% of the respondents said they gave more money to charitable causes in 2015. The survey's youngest donors were more likely to have increased their giving last year compared with middle-aged donors or donors over the age of 64. However, the financial impact of this energetic participation among young donors was not strongly felt in development departments due to the significantly less generous gifts they contributed when compared with older donors. For the respondents who gave less in 2015, the change in their personal financial situation was the leading cause. They felt like the economy was still a factor, but that was only for 18% of the respondents, down from 34% 2 years ago. So times are getting better. It appears, and here's the point here, it appears that the biggest opportunity for fundraisers is with donors whose giving is remaining the same year to year. Important point, go through your database now and look at those donors. We've talked about that before. Who is giving the same to year? Their own financial stability and their tendency to budget the same for philanthropy one year to the next far outshone all other reasons for giving the same. This really means that we are failing to influence a greater desire to give among the donors in this group. Got to improve your stories, got to improve your stories showing your great impact. You've got to improve showing them the impact of their gift and how it could do even more if they could give a bit more. The Burk Donor Study says that the majority of respondents in 2016 intend to give approximately the same as last year. And they say this is not unusual, but why they plan to hold the line suggests a failure of nonprofits to offer donors a compelling reason to make a more substantial commitment to philanthropy. That's your job. A significant opportunity for growth could be realized from this contingent with a different approach to communication and stewardship. So you've got to remember, it's up to you. Your best fundraising efforts can be a lot better if you take a unique and generational approach to communication and stewardship. Tell your story, tell it well. Make sure your donors understand the tremendous impact that their gift is having. Tell a story that shows if they gave more, what the impact could be. Make it not only impactful, but emotional and tug the heartstrings. It will make a huge difference. Donors and fundraising is definitely changing in 2016. And tomorrow we're going to look at some of those changes and the growing influence of social media on communications and giving. Come back tomorrow for another daily tip and how donors and fundraising is changing. I'm looking forward to seeing you. Blockbusterfundraising.com is where you can find more information. We're active on Facebook. We have a great YouTube channel. And where we house all of our daily tips too on our countdown to 2016 fundraising success. So here's to you. Here's to your fundraising. Have a great weekend. Thanks for having been here. Bye-bye.